I'm very excited about the Barrelhouse. This is one of the oldest parts of Michigan City. Michigan City developed from the shores of Lake Michigan, south and east. We're going to reclaim our position as a premier community on the southern shores of Lake Michigan. And this project does exactly like that. A project like this, to see it come to fruition, it's breathing the lifeblood of the community back into it. It's my vision of Michigan City, the future of Michigan City, is to reclaim it as the great town that it previously was, and to recapture that image and that ambiance of being in the town. And that's what you're going to see here in the Barrelhouse. You look around and you can feel the history of the town, not only in the building but in the neighborhood. It's a remarkable project that is going to be a catalyst for the future of Michigan City.
And so much work goes into accomplishing something like this, pulling something like this off. It's not easy, and there's just so many different hands that get involved, from the early conceptualizing to the design to the construction, to the execution, and to the management. We had a lot of ideas as to how this space may end up being used, but to me, I think it's maybe the way it'll benefit the most is it's an absolute blank canvas for this community to make this revolution of this building into what it is that they think is the best use. I'm excited to see that, excited to see how the building will evolve.
The event center itself is going to bring a lot of folks here from out of town, even if it's just for weddings, families coming in, friends and so forth, that we're going to be able to showcase Michigan City with this event center.
As a city councilman, you love to see development, and you love to see spaces that have not been used in years in the city. You know, somebody make an investment, come in and help revitalize the different areas. So I'm very proud that the group has decided to come here and take over this building and do something good in this community. The Elston Grove neighborhood, there was big investment here in years past with streetscaping and lights and things of that sort. So now, after all those years, somebody's coming in and investing in revitalizing.
This is what we envisioned when we put the Elston Grove package together. Enclave here with the brewery and Barrelhouse, Zorn's brewery. It's everything we hoped to come out to.
I truly believe that in Michigan City, we need to understand that the tax revenue that we develop and we generate from the people that are outside of Michigan City, that's our lifeblood. We need to embrace that, understand it, embrace it, and really take hold of it and understand that that's how we drive what goes on day to day, not just the one-time events that we have in the community. That these places, these developers are so important to us, and with one developer, we get another developer and another developer, and the projects get bigger, and that helps us drive the day to day.
It was a scary looking project, but they had a great vision, and I'm extremely impressed. Well, anytime we can preserve a building, repurpose it, keep it in use, it's always good. I mean, preservation is a stabilizer, and there have been a lot of studies recently that prove that. It increases property values, home sales in the area, and they always say that the greenest building is the building that already exists. So rather than tear down one that's here and end up in the landfill that doesn't benefit anyone, we're able to see this brought to life. So I think it's excellent, and I've heard good feedback from some of the homeowners. This is kind of an unusual situation because you've got a commercial building right at the edge of a residential area, so sometimes there's a little friction there. But I've only heard good things.
We were a funding party for a facade grant and an upper story residential grant. This project has been a long time coming for me. I've lived here for going on 8 years now, and it seems that this building would always start and stall. So it's very nice to see this project come together, and I love what they've done with this project. The building's beautiful. It was a really great project to be a part of.
We know that it's important that we preserve, some of our historic areas in the city. And we also know that it's important to have public and private partnerships to get this done. So it's really nice as I toured the place to see the improvements that have been done and the investment that has been made here in the neighborhood.
The city recently invested $9 million, maybe $10 million in new streetscapes. John Van Pruin at the Zorn Brew Works is part of the complex, and he's invested several $1 million in his facility, and it's becoming a great destination for people from the whole Midwest, frankly, but certainly an asset to the city of Michigan City and the region.
And it provides an opportunity for new event space, whether that's for families or for corporate offices or for corporate business partners, just a gathering place for individuals and community members to come together and connect with one another.
This area is full of really creative historical architecture, Midwest architecture, and this building definitely has needed a facelift for a while. So I love the fact that you can walk down and buy a growler, but it's really great to have people coming in from different parts of, the area and the country to come and visit. Breweries are a big asset to the community.
It's been really great talking to people, potential hosts who come into the space. It's really everything that's happening here is all about joy for people. People are here to celebrate and here to do things, and maybe that's getting married or celebrating a birthday or rehearsal dinners or whatever it might be. People are coming together for happiness and to celebrate something.
Michigan City needs places for people to look back on and remember. You want Michigan City to be a positive place that people are drawn back to. One word, I would say original.
Truly remarkable.
Genuine.
Authentic.
Revitalize.
Extraordinary.
Starting.
Revitalization.
The unique.
Classy.
Eclectic, historic,
Fantastic presence.
Fabulous.
Authentic.
Breathtaking.
And happiness.
Integrity.
There were so many people that have touched this project in some way, whether it was on the construction side, on the visioning side, on the planning side from the city's perspective, the redevelopment commission. So many folks have really come together, and this is really a great example of how many people, a building like this needs to say yes to it. We need people to be able to get excited about the developments that are happening, and that they're willing and excited to be part of this larger vision. And from the Upper Cross Development Group, we'd just like to say thank you to everybody who's contributed or has toured or has given some part of them in this building.